This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Liz Cho and David Navarro. And Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News, first at 4.
No final decision yet. President Obama still weighing all his options when it comes to a possible military strike against Syria. This after a day of tough talk from the White House.
We cannot accept a world where women and children and innocent civilians are gassed.
So the primary question is really no longer, what do we know? The question is, what are we in the world going to do about it?
And good afternoon, I'm Lori Stokes.
And I'm Bill Ritter. David and Liz are off today. The president speaking a little more than an hour ago. His tone was forceful. His message mostly clear, but loaded with political clouds. Mr. Obama says he's considering a limited and narrow action in response to a chemical weapons attack last week, an attack he says was carried out by Syria's government against its own people. The president, who ran for office promising to get troops out of Iraq and Afghanistan, claiming there will be no boots on the ground, no long-term campaign. And again, no final decision has been made on any potential military action.
And the president's comments come after a U.S. intelligence report found that Syria used an unidentified nerve agent in a chemical weapons attack that killed 1,429 people. At least 426 of them were children. So what is next? ABC's Taman Bradley is in Washington. Taman.
Bill and Lori, today the Obama administration released some of its evidence of an alleged chemical weapons attack in Syria as the president decides whether to retaliate.
And they're hoping that weather continues through the weekend. Take another look around here. I've heard people actually saying, they're like, we hope the weather stays like this for the weekend. You know, we've heard kind of mixed things about that, but people are hoping, business owners, that people come out for their last hurrah. We're live in Freeport, Long Island. Kristen Thorne, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Kristen, thank you. And after years of staying close to home, it looks like more people are heading out for the holiday getaway. That's according to AAA. With a look at the roads and the rails during this holiday getaway, we want to turn now to Joe Nolan and the Commuter Alert. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Lori. And again, as we begin to travel out there this afternoon, we got a couple of things you need to know about. First off, let's go take a look at the subways. The 1, the B, the D, the Q, all of those are going to have some delays on them this afternoon. But all in all, mass transit doing pretty well. The extra train service pretty much has ended now. Most of that ended around 4 o'clock. Now, let's get outside and we'll tell you about the Grand Central Parkway. There was an earlier accident on the outbound side right by the Kew Gardens interchange. That has been cleared. You see the traffic that is left over from that. And Lee noticed this before when we were showing you the George Washington Bridge. Look at this. It is solid coming inbound. A good half-hour delay. We'll go to our maps and tell you why. On the eastbound side, right at the Major Deegan, there is an accident. The right lane going to be out of service on the Cross Bronx Expressway. That's got that loused up. If you're on the Garden State Parkway on the northbound side coming up to 280, an accident there, and you're backed up now to interchange 137, so about 7 miles of slow traffic. Southbound rubbernecking as well. And then if you're traveling westbound out on Route 80, out by Route 15, an accident. A couple of lanes are going to be out there as well. So again, another one of those big roads that people head out of town on. Mass transit, even with the extra service, right on or close to schedule, and alternate side of the street parking will be in effect tomorrow. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan.
Okay, Joe, thank you. We have new details tonight. Dozens of folks in Manhattan forced out of their homes after a decrepit stairway collapses and literally swallows a man who was walking on the stairs. He was trapped, and now the building has been shut down. Happened in a building on 104th Street in East Harlem. Eyewitness News reporter Art McFarland is at the scene for us. Art.
Yeah, Bill, imagine you live in a walk-up. You're walking down the stairwell in your building, and suddenly it collapses underneath you.
14,810.
They brought part of the biggest subway system in the country yesterday to a standstill. Today, the 2 kittens that stopped subway service in Brooklyn are looking for a new home at the Church Avenue station.
They won't have any problems finding a home.
I think not, probably.
No.
I think not.
You're headed out for a weekend on the road. Do you have to sabotage your diet? Maybe not. Coming up, the solution to healthy eating on the road.
Also headed Eyewitness News first at 4. First, he was missing. Now he's been arrested. A bizarre new twist in the ongoing saga involving the NBA star Lamar Odom.
I just remember asking.
Shocking medical mistake. A man goes into surgery to donate a kidney and wakes up to find that never happened. We're going to tell you what did happen to that missing organ. First at 4, the veteran professional basketball player Lamar Odom under arrest
for drunk driving. The 33-year-old free agent seen here with his wife, reality TV star Khloe Kardashian. What do you mean, of course not? What was that, of course not? Lee, help us out. I say...
I know you're proud of your wife's achievement.
The more money she makes, the better. Let her be more successful.
Exactly.
Yes, I love that. Lee, help me out here, buddy.
Chime in.
Please, I mean, do better. I'm happy to put my feet up and watch a couple of seasons of whatever my favorite show is on TVR.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
You want to do that?
What do we got this weekend? You know, I love how you ranked, you know, what's going to be the best, the second best, the third, and whether we should, like, flip them around.
Well, I mean, would you agree? It's been very difficult, I think, if not only me to forecast, but for viewers, for you to decipher, you know, what's this weekend bringing you? You know,
yes.
Are you hearing thunderstorms? Are you hearing sunny? It's a mixed bag. So let's try to iron that out for you. We'll try to give you a schedule. First of all, I wish it was just going to be like today, but it will not be from beginning to end tomorrow. There will be some episodes where we have some stormy weather. But with that said, I would say none of your outdoor plans should be canceled Saturday and Sunday. Let's just help you get around the time frame. Monday's a little bit more of a concern. So let's go outside and take a look at what is a hazy sky and decent visibility looking from Midtown all the way down to lower Manhattan. It's a humid, very summery feel in late August here. Can't believe we're wrapping up August. 84 degrees, a west wind at 7, the pressure's on the fall, and the high today current at 84. During the evening hours should be very pleasant, not far from 80 at 7 o'clock. I think we're going to see limited sunshine. So tomorrow's idea is it's better at the beach. I don't think there are a lot of thunder showers at the coastline tomorrow. Maybe there's one that runs in here during the afternoon, but for the most part, I just think you're mixing clouds with sun at the beach and a stray shower. Better chance of showers north and west. Now, by Sunday, we're playing it up as afternoon storms, and that could just be just about anywhere. I don't think we're seeing anything in the morning, so the first half of the day may be better, just a fair amount of clouds around. So it's partly cloudy tonight, mild and muggy, 70 degrees. For tomorrow, a mix of clouds and sun. It's warm and humid. The best chance of thunderstorms will be north and west. So Catskills and Mid-Hudson Valley, you may have more of an unsettled day, but you also will have some times where the sun breaks out a little bit. At the coast, a better day. Isolated chance of a shower and clouds mixing with sun. Tomorrow night, have the umbrella. It looks like there will be some showers and storms, and that could be just about anywhere. So track them on your AccuTrack Weather Alert app. So not the best Labor Day forecast weekend. It's certainly not the worst, though, because one thing we do have that's all part of the weekend is warm, summery feel. It's not cool and raw by any means. It's just that you're going to have to dodge some storms at times. More in detail, I have a revised weekend getaway for the Catskills, the Hamptons, the Jersey Shore that comes up in our next half hour.
Revised better, we're hoping.
Yeah.
You'll get it. Thank you, Lee.
Thanks,
See you then.
Lee. Well, we want to correct something that aired today on Eyewitness News at noon. It involves an arrest in an arson at a Brooklyn apartment building. During our coverage, we mistakenly showed this woman and identified her as Yvette Randolph. This is not the same Yvette Randolph accused in the arson, but another Yvette Randolph who lives in Brooklyn. We apologize to our viewers and to Ms. Randolph for the mistake.
And as we continue on this Friday, we've all done it, brought snacks along on a road trip, and I'm not talking about carrots here, but you don't have to gain weight while you're on vacation. Dr. Sapna Parikh has the easy steps to staying healthy.
Plus, teachers paying for parking, how one local school district's decision to charge teachers before class is causing quite a stir.
He just flat out told me that she wasn't going to play because he doesn't think that she can handle it.
And a young football player told she cannot have a spot on the team because she's a girl. Now she's fighting back.
And it's Flashback Friday. Do you know who this Eyewitness News personality is? Here's your first clue. At the time of this photo, this person had 4 cats and a dog.
Oh, well, that'll give it away.
We'll reveal the answer a little later.
Not.
A quick programming reminder for you. This Sunday, Channel 7 will air the Muscular Dystrophy Association's Show of Strength Telethon. You can see it starting at 9 p.m. right here on Channel 7. Other news, and it's Getaway Friday, and for many that means a road trip filled with easy access to unhealthy food. So how do you enjoy the open road without sabotaging your diet? Dr. Sapna Parikh helps you plan ahead.
Taking a road trip this long holiday weekend does not mean you have to toss your healthy eating plan out the window.
Wow, a spokesman for the school says girls do not have to be allowed to play football if there is an alternative sport offered. We continue to follow a developing story. We have new information on Syria's alleged use of chemicals on civilians.
And growing outrage, what a judge said about a young rape victim that has people calling for his resignation.
Plus, a really amazing story. A man donates his kidney to his sister, or at least he thought he did. Wait till you hear where the kidney ended up.
I'm Sarah Wallace at Brooklyn Criminal Court. A housewife is accused of hiring a contract killer, only he was an undercover cop. I'll have the incredible details.
If you're a real New Yorker, you watch Eyewitness News.
They tell it like it is. It's real. I love Eyewitness News.
Bill Ritter and Sade Bader-in-Law on Channel 7 Eyewitness News at 11.
Channel 7 Eyewitness News, #1 in New York. Now, New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
We continue to follow new developments in the crisis in Syria. President Obama says that he is considering a limited and narrow action in response to a chemical weapons attack, an attack that he says Syria's government carried out last week.
The world has an obligation to make sure that we maintain the norm against the use of chemical weapons.
Earlier, the U.S. released an intelligence assessment that found with high confidence that the Syrian government carried out a chemical weapons attack last week. U.S. says the attack killed more than 1,400 people, including hundreds of children. We'll have much more coming up on Eyewitness News at 5.
Meanwhile, our top story this half hour, a woman charged with plotting to have her husband killed, today making her first court appearance.
What she didn't know is that the hitman she was talking with was actually an undercover cop. Sarah Wallace is at the courthouse in downtown Brooklyn. Sarah.
Well, Lori and Bill, this is really an incredible story, and prosecutors say they have it all on audio and videotape. Elena Adams was arraigned here a short time ago. She is being held without bail.
Tonight, a mistake by a hospital that will send chills up your spine and serve as a stark reminder that human error can happen anytime and anywhere. A brother donating his kidney to his sister, or at least he thought he was, until the hospital screwed up. Here's ABC's Lana Zach, starting next week, and you will be hearing about this.
Still to come on Eyewitness News, first at 4. Major celebrity sighting at Coney Island, who caused such a scene, and find out why it left one park visitor very upset.
And weeks after her big day, we'll tell you what caused a newlywed to break down in tears. Tears of joy.
To get rid of wrinkles, a lot of people get Botox and filler injections, but there's a risk of looking overdone. I'm Dr. Jay Adlersberg. I'll tell you how to avoid that risk coming up.
Flashback Friday. Clue number 2. This Eyewitness News personality loved playing on the boys' basketball team. Who is it? Tweet or Facebook your guesses. The answer is ahead.
And she liked dogs and cats.
This is an Eyewitness News commuter alert.
If you ever did a picture of me, you'd know exactly who it was in about 3 seconds. I haven't changed all. All right, let's get outside. Really no big deal as you begin to travel in most places, but we do have some accidents, some issues out there, and this is one of them. As you start to get on the Alexander Hamilton Bridge, you see this accident here, vehicle and a dump truck involved in this, and again, this is right as you get to the Major Deegan, just as you come across, and from the inbound side of the George Washington Bridge. It is slammed. I've been telling you about that all afternoon already. Bumper-to-bumper traffic across the upper level and then out about 40 minutes. So the George Washington Bridge down and out for the count, certainly this afternoon. Let's go to another set of cameras and we'll show you the Kew Gardens interchange and also the Grand Central Parkway. Bumper to bumper coming away from the airport all the way on out to Kew. There was an earlier accident out there, which has now been cleared. And then inbound, lots of volume 2 getting up and onto the RFK Bridge. Let's go to our maps. This is what I mean. It isn't that bad once you clear a lot of this stuff. The LIE, the northern and the southern states really out to the island aren't that bad. Over here in New Jersey, we had an earlier accident northbound on the Parkway. Now there's a stall, so we're backed up all the way down to 135. So again, about 10 miles of heavy traffic northbound on the Parkway. And then out here in Morris County in the Parsippany area, boy, what a mess. There was an accident on 287 northbound at exit 40. That's got the left lane out. And then on the westbound side of Route 80, almost an hour from Route 23 to Route 15, just about the same on Route 46. Mass transit, again, we continue to have those delays on the 1, the B, the D, and the C. And then also, we had some problems on the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, but again, that's scattered trains and alternate side in effect tomorrow. For Eyewitness News, I'm Joe Nolan, Eyewitness News. First at 4, we'll continue.
You hear that?
Forget about the puffed up lips or the over-Botoxed, overdone look.
How about some cosmetic touch-ups, that is, where they're going to even leave behind just a few wrinkles. Senior medical reporter Dr. Jay Adlersberg is here now with the new, more natural look that patients are going for these days. Jay?
Lori, Bill, it's all in the keeping with the less is more trend in cosmetic procedures for the face. Bill, Lori.
Okay.
She was stunning.
She was. She's beautiful anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
All right.
I mean, Chloe, not for nothing.
No, exactly.
It's great.
Right?
Right?
We're going to need some
if she
sunscreen,
feels
though,
better.
protect your skin. A dermatologist, more than anything, say just put some sunscreen on your skin. That's the best thing for you, right? We're going to need it?
Yes, and at the same time, you can actually now feel the sun as not as strong as it sets a little bit earlier, and
south.
It's warm and sticky out today, but the oppressive days are over. That's for sure. Now the question is, can we string together some nice beach weather for the holiday weekend, just to be outside and not deal with thunderstorms? At times, yes. Outside we go right now. We have really a beautiful afternoon in the park. It's hazy. It's warm. It's 84 degrees and a west wind at 7 miles per hour. Amazing that August is almost in the books. A month that is 1 degree below average overall. A lot of days in the 80s, only one day reached 90 degrees. We barely did that on the 21st. Today, so far, the high is 84, and we should be in the low to mid 80s during the day tomorrow. But, you know, a very moderate August. Nothing oppressive after that long heat wave that we had in July. All right, let's go through the futurecast here, show you how the weekend goes. First of all, a few patchy clouds overnight. There's a shower over Pennsylvania that, if it holds together, would go along I-78. Now, here's the key with the futurecast, and this is something we'll be watching right through 6:30 tonight while we're on the air, and then, of course, all night tonight, is that right now our futurecast is depicting these showers with a disturbance going into the Mohawk Valley and maybe into the Catskills as we go through tomorrow morning. And I think what's going to happen with this trend is it's going to show it a little farther south each time we look at it, and a few of these showers could even dive toward the coastline by late morning into the midday. After that, it's a mix of cloud and sun before storms start to form again in the afternoon, and the best chance there would be north and west. So the Catskills, little unsettled tomorrow, more clouds. Coastline, less of a chance of seeing showers. Still patchy cloud and sunshine, but only an isolated shower. So 6 a.m. tomorrow will be in the low 70s. Nice warm, humid start. One thing about this weekend, there's plenty of warmth and humidity around, and our temperatures should get into the mid 80s during the afternoon hours with a southwest wind a little cooler on south-facing shore. Southwest wind 10 to 20 knots, 2 to 4 foot chop, and the water temperatures in the 70s. The rip current risk goes back to moderate. So here's a revised weekend getaway. I've had to drop the temperature in the Catskills because I think it's a little bit more active tomorrow. An afternoon storm on Sunday, 81, and then unfortunately widespread showers and storms for Labor Day, basically from mountaintop to seashore. You go to the Hamptons, I think, in the Jersey Shore, less of a chance of seeing a thunder shower tomorrow. I do have to post one. There's a slight chance. Better chance Sunday afternoon. So first part of Sunday looking better than the second, although there's some low clouds that try to hang around on Sunday. That's why we're talking about Saturday being the best third of the weekend, because you're seeing the better window of dry weather, more sunshine and only scattered storms. Sunday's more of a possibility in the afternoon. On Monday, you're going to have widespread showers and storms. I hope there's a few hours there where it just, you know, maybe brighten up a little bit, but that trend is not good. And then as we go into Tuesday, morning shower, drier air comes in, dry and pleasant on Wednesday. Great looking feel to the weather Wednesday through Friday of next week as September feel starts to settle in. So,
all right.
There you go.
Okay, thank you, Lee. Well, we've been talking about Flashback Friday. Here's one final clue for you. This photo was taken when she was 7 years old.
Oh, that clears it up.
Now you know, right? Yeah. The earlier clues, she loved playing on the boys' basketball team, and at the time of the photo, she had 4 cats and a dog.
We've had some great guesses on social media. Lee Goldberg was one guess. Rob Powers was another guess. Even Lori Stokes.
Yeah.
I can see that. No, I can see that. The answer, our own Michelle Charlesworth. There's Michelle.
Right.
She calls it, she had the Dorothy Hamill haircut.
But you can totally see it there.
Cute then and
now
cute
you can
now.
see it. Now you can see it. Beautiful.
See a little tomboy there.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So how many people were fooled?
I think most people.
Yeah, I think Lori Stokes, I can see that.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
No, you can't. Still to come on Eyewitness News, first at 4. The celebrity that caused a spectacle on Coney Island and why one park visitor was so upset.
Speaking of pictures, take a look at this picture. Can you tell what's wrong with it? There's something wrong with it. We'll tell you why the image is generating buzz all over social media.
And all new at 5, what some kids are being offered in Newark today if they turn over their toy guns.
And just what we don't need on this Getaway Friday, Newscopter 7 over a multiple car accident on the southbound Bronx River Parkway at Boston Road. What a mess. We'll be right back.
Time now for a look at what's trending. A special guest caused plenty of excitement on Coney Island, but one woman was not so thrilled.
Nah, me neither.
Although I love bacon.
Pass on.
That's very true. Next on Eyewitness News First at 4, months after their big day and a wedding surprise that brought one newlywed to tears, and these are tears of joy. Plus,
check out this little face, this bundle of cuteness. When she was born, she weighed less than a loaf of bread. I'm Dr. Sapna Parikh. Coming up at 5, you'll hear how she beat the odds and how she got her very special name.
That's it for us for Eyewitness News First at 4. I'm Bill Ritter. I'll see you back here in an hour. Eyewitness News at 5 begins right now.
This is New York's #1 news. Channel 7 Eyewitness News. With Diana Williams and Sade Badran-Wah and Lee Goldberg with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Now, Eyewitness News at 5.
Big developments in the crisis in Syria tonight. President Obama says that he hasn't ruled out a military strike after a chemical weapons attack there, even as officials acknowledge Americans are tired of war.
Fatigue does not absolve us of our responsibility. Just longing for peace does not necessarily bring it about.
And good evening, I'm Lori Stokes.
And I'm Joe Torres. Diana and Sade are off tonight. The president says he is considering military action in response to that chemical weapons attack, but says no boots would be on the ground. This stems from the attack last week that killed more than 1,400 people, about a third of them children.
And we have 2 reports for you tonight. Philip Bob spoke with Syrians who live in our area. We're going to start, though, with Josh Einiger and today's developments. Josh.
Well, Lori, this right here, this is the report that the White House released today.